Hi, Apple just did WWDC 25 and here are the most interesting things about it. So from now on they are naming everything with the current year number, which is instead of iOS 19, we now have iOS 26, watchOS 26, tvOS 26 and so on. They made a big design change this year, which is liquid glass. They made everything transparent and glassy and shiny and it's a little bit weird. So yeah, we are back in the old days of Windows Vista. But it's a little bit more than that. They really worked on it. It's a really quirky thing to work on, but I guess that's how they want to spend their money and time. A little bit of change doesn't hurt anyone. It can introduce some freshness, but this one had some mixed reviews. People are complaining about unreadability throughout the user interfaces. While the system is still in beta, maybe we are going to see some changes, but I believe they also knew they were going to get some backlash about it. They put a reduced transparency option in the settings. If you don't like it, you can turn it off. I need to add that Liquid Glass is doing those calculations in real time, so it's going to use some processing power and some battery, so it might be a good idea to turn it off if you don't really want it. They did talk about changing some button positions. You might not notice most of them, but they did hide some camera buttons under a different menu. Some people naturally hated that decision. I guess you're going to find out yourself if you're liking it. So we had a little bit of less AI Apple intelligence this year, but they added live translations during the FaceTimes and the calls. It is not perfect yet. Google's live translations were far more better because it was near real-time translations. Apple demonstrated that you can have some translated live captions. Also in the calls you can have some secondary AI voice which translates and speaks after your sentences. It's cool, but it needs to get better for daily life usage. By the way, you can have some 3D depth wallpaper in your lock screen now, which was a thing for 15 years, but I guess it's cool to have some nostalgia. In iOS, you can now do some image search. Like the other circle to search functionality in Samsung or Google, you can now do a similar one in iPhones. Google Lens was introduced 8 years ago, by the way. We have a new interesting AI feature in the watchOS, your workout buddy, doing pep talks during your workouts. It's like, you're doing great. You're just finishing your 5th mile. That is very good. Did you know this is your 3rd time this month getting up from bed? It's a similar concept. It's something like that. They can a little bit improve it. I would prefer something like, man, you're the coolest person in this app, bro. You know what? No one else really do workouts these days. Everybody is lying, bro. You're the real stuff. Ooh, dodge that tree very well, bro. You know what? You deserve a burger. Let's get out of here, bro. I'm paying. That's the scenario I want to talk about. Also, Notebook LM is not that far from this. It's Google's AI for doing 2-person podcasts, but you can join in as a 3rd person. I made a video about it. Just looked it up. It's a very interesting thing, I promise. Another interesting thing is your Apple Watch now knows the environment sound level and adjusts your notification sound levels relative to it. I think it's great for not disturbing anyone else. A really weird thing in my opinion is now you can do karaoke from your tvOS. Your iPhone becomes a microphone and your TV relays your singing by adding your voice to the song in real time. I don't know how many people are going to use it, but it's definitely an interesting feature. Now your macOS shows live activity app notifications. You are going to be able to see where your food delivery is while you are working on your Mac. There's now something called intelligent actions, which lets you type what you want to do and just does it in your Mac. Now your visionOS have some widgets like a clock in the wall, a weather widget, your family photos, and a window. Also visionOS now have some better 3D personas. In the ipadOS you can now resize your app windows and you can freely position them in the screen. You also now have a top menu bar just like in the Mac. You have a new file management app and you can do background tasks now, like video rendering in the background while you are doing other stuff. So they really have a direction change with iPads. They are becoming more similar to Macs with each iteration. But if I'm going to be honest, I don't think they are ever going to be the same. Because it's Apple, they are going to sell different devices. So there's always going to be that little difference between them. In other news, iPhones are the best phones in the world right now. What? Hi, I'm Umut Çakmak 26. You can tell that I am different because I have a different hair. Also I have liquid glass here. Liquid and glass. And it doesn't matter if I'm not 26 years old. I'm barely 25. But it doesn't matter because 26 is the next year. If you also want to become the 26th version of you, which is the best version of you, please subscribe and thank you for listening.